and I'm back. Did a reaction in a good minute, but tonight I thought it'd be cool to do reaction. So that's what we finna do, man. I seen this little video. It's an interview, and I was looking at the bits and titles of the little pieces of it, and the titles was intriguing me. And I've never heard of this interviewer before. He's from Atlanta. His name is B High. And I'm gonna introduce you to him if you never seen this video, because I seen it only got about like 13K views or something like that. So he's not really, he's big. I think he got like 500K subscribers. Let me go ahead and get my facts straight. He got 285K subscribers, and he interviews with topics that surround the music industry. So I seen two of them in particular that kind of look interesting. If I get some more time, or if I feel like it afterwards, I might do some more. But man, let's just get straight into it, man. I want to see what these videos is talking about. Without further ado. So let's see. Right here. Now the title of this video is Big Gipp. No more fishing for your fish. Gipp and Worthy, Jay-Z, Tupac, Pimp C, Migos full interview. Now that's just the full, it's the full interview, but it was the bits and pieces, the cuts that got me interested. When he break down, they got like 5-minute videos on the topic, but I didn't want to watch the 5-minute videos. I got the time to sit down and watch the whole interview, so we're gonna sit and review it. So grab your popcorn, roll up, all that type, however you kick it, and we're gonna get right into it, family. All right, I just share my screen. Here it go right here. All right. Big Gipp.
What's happening? Of course, you know it's your boy B High Video shouted. Hey man, I got my legendary family off in this thing. Big Gipp, James Worthy. What's good with it, fellas?
What's happening?
Hey man, this new project, Gipp and Worthy, y'all back at it again, man.
Yeah, we back.
15 minutes of straight up funkin' here, fellas.
I knew that was going fast. Hold on. I knew something was up with that. All right. Let's see. Playback speed, normal. Let's get that on normal mode. All right. So I guess this B High right here. Like I said, I ain't seen none of his interviews before. If you seen his interview before, hit that like button and then comment and let me know, what do you think of the guy? What do you think of his interviews? Do we got good topics? Let me know, because I'm getting introduced to him too. So yeah, at normal speed this time. Let's get
it. 15 minutes of just feel good.
Exactly. I had a chance to marinate on that thing, man. And I mean, I could just tell that y'all were going for some of the players in this thing. I mean, us players need something that we could ride to as well.
Yeah.
So, I mean, when y'all came together and started working on this project, first of all, what was it that made y'all get back together in the studio for it and break down the whole creative process behind it?
Well, you know, we always had a good working relationship since, you know, the top of when we was already working. So it was like, look, let's just do a whole project.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But just do something that's gonna feel good, something authentic. You know, we ain't chasing nothing. We ain't trying to be like nobody else. You know, we just went in there and just came up with some concepts that we thought would be relatable.
Yeah.
You know, primarily to the women. And we built on that.
Get in here, Gipp. I mean, for the ladies, I mean, you had to just go ahead and let the player. You had to release the player in this thing.
I think that this was the first project that I think that every song, I'm speaking to women. So, you know, like, I really wanted to dive into my emotions and just how I deal with women. I think I never did that before on record. So, you know, James brought it out me, man. We started, you know, like.
Hold on, I'm going to do something here. I'm gonna do something here real fast. Why my shit keep doing that? All right, hold on, y'all. soon as I can turn this off, you hear me? Fact. That's some noise, ain't it? Boom. That's some noise. Boom. That's some noise. Person. Boom. Aye. Person. Boom. Aye. Aye. I appreciate you for sticking with me. You really got patience. All right. Because I had to do this right here. Let's see. Myself up right time. All right, this gonna be good, y'all, for real. I ain't just showing y'all nothing. So let's get into it.
Of course, we started with Night Drive, and then we did his single, TikTok, the last record, and then got another whole new 5 songs. So it's like, for me personally, I think this is my best work. This is my best work as far as being an MC outside of Goody Mob.
That's right.
Okay,
you know,
right.
Totally do what I do with Goody Mob, and I think the fans themselves is gonna figure out that Gipp has another room that you might need to sit down and learn about.
James, break down the creative process though, man. Those harmonies and all of that good stuff in there. How are you coming up with it, and then how are you relaying it to Gipp to let him know what he needed to bring on the tracks as well?
Man, you know, I'm just a creative, man, so I just go in with concepts all the time, and, you know, whatever works or sticks, it'll stick. But, you know, in this case, we was just in, you know, communication a lot, and I just would call him, be like, look, I got this concept, I got this idea, what you think about it? You know, let's build on this. And then a lot of times I demo some stuff, and then I'll send it to him just to see what he would think. And then once we get in the studio, you know, we just perfect it. So that's kind of how we worked it. Like it wasn't no sending files back and forth. Like we was in the studio creating it from scratch.
On the east side.
On the east side. On the east side. Yeah.
On Top of the World, Distance, some of my favorites off of the album, man. I mean, break those bangers down to me, man. What is it that y'all really wanted the latest from this, man?
Sure, man. I mean, real players don't need money, man. Real players just need time to speak to you.
Come on now.
You know what I mean? And I think that we living in a world right that everything is so driven by what people got and what people got material-wise, but when it comes to just emotions and just being regular people, I think we've forgotten how to speak to each other.
Yeah.
I mean, go deeper into that for me though, Gipp, because I mean, I've been talking to a lot of young players out here, and it's getting to the point to where they want to rent cars to go and get them an Instagram model because they ain't got the gift of gab no more, man.
Yeah, man. And you know, when you listen to, I tell them like this, man, a real player don't lead with his wallet. A real player with his style, with his finesse, with his charisma. You know what I mean? And I feel like this it's like I just feel like we living in a world where people just have made material things bigger than just real things. And I think that's the reason.
That's facts to the men that don't know. I know it's a lot of men that don't know, but don't leave with what you got, man. Leave with who you is.
Why this album is gonna do so well out here? Because
I don't know who these brothers is, but it seemed like they some old school players or some. They said some Goody Mob, but they talking to the ladies as they R&B. Y'all know who Big Gipp is? Drop it in the comment. I'm probably missing out on the legend or something. Yeah, let me know.
Because we're teaching these young cats how to speak to the women again, where a lot of people have forgot about how even to speak to women. I mean, y'all around here having sex to, you know, drill music, man. What's going on, man? like, you know what I mean?
And Will, you gonna suck some dick to some drill, bitch? Like that.
It's real common to know that these kids out here really having sex to drill music and shoot 'em up bang music. When I listen to Keith Sweat, Sade, and I'll Be Sure type studying in that mode. And I think with me and James, I think we're gonna finally get this generation and this time in music, the music they need to listen to start, renewing that relationship with women.
Exactly.
It's a difference between women and little girls.
Come on now.
And that's what we get
in on the nail with that.
We grown folk.
James, how did you link up with Gipp, man?
So, and this, I feel like one day this gonna be the famous story.
I'm here for it.
So basically, at the time I was working with Corrupt.
Yeah.
And Corrupt was pretty much
Okay, you work with
recording at
Corrupt.
my studio for a while. And one day we were working on this record, which turned out to be top of the world. You know, we were all in the studio, we were working on this record. And he came to me, he said, look, man, what you think about putting Big Gipp on this? And I'm like, it's different. You know, I would love to see what his tone would be on this. So he like, look, I'm gonna call him. So I'm like, all right, cool. So he called him, he said, look, Gipp gonna be here in 30 minutes. I'm like, all right, cool. So Gipp pulled up, wrote his verse right on the spot, and we were all on that record.
My God.
That's the first record we ever did all together. So it's the first time that I'm meeting him, and also the first time we worked together.
Break down the chemistry though as well, because I mean, for y'all to drop that record and then realize that, hey man, we need to put an EP together behind this thing. I think we got something going in here.
So really, I mean, it was more of a connection thing. You know what I mean? Like we got cool from that first time, and then we just kept in communication. And then I hit him one day. I said, look, man, let's do some more records. You know what I mean? I would love to do some work with you. And that turned into us doing Night Drive. And then from Night Drive, that turned into us doing TikTok for my single. And then we just kept working from there.
Yeah, just talk about the collaboration.
I'm trying to put my finger on it, but I don't know none of these songs, y'all. Cause I'm trying to figure out who these people is. They speaking on Jay-Z. Why the hell my shit want to keep going dark? They speaking on Jay-Z. They speaking on Tupac, Pimp C, Tupac. Come on.
Great note, man, because I mean, you all straight up collaborated from Gipp and Daz, the Goody Mob, James Worthy. I mean, what is it like with you getting in the studio with different artists and just expressing yourself in different ways and stretching yourself out at the same time?
It helps me just stay relevant in a world that's moving so fast. Cause you know, I would just tell the young kids right now, man, don't nothing get old but your mind. But if you exercise your talents, that'll take care of you for the rest of your life.
That's right.
It's like in music, you only out of touch when you don't pay attention to it. You know, musicians get to the point where we want to turn it off and just live a regular life so we can reboot to figure out what's next. And a lot of times, you know, a lot of people, you know, to be able to turn rap back on, turn music back on, and get back into the groove of things and accepting where we are and being able to move with that, a lot of people, they just turn away from it because it's not what they used to.
Yeah.
And with me, I just think it's a challenge to me because I always want to just let those that speak on the industry needing so much help. I'm an artist that I don't need help. I just got to lock into what I'm doing. And what I write is only special to me. Could nobody really write for Gipp. So when I exercise that and then find somebody as great as James that understands music, melodies, concepts, it makes it easier for me just to be Gipp.
Exactly. I gotta ask both of y'all this question though, because I was on Instagram the other day and it was talking about women, and they said that to get a feminine woman is a luxury nowadays because women are so independent and so doggone strong. What are y'all thoughts about that as far as the man-woman relationship out here and where it's headed?
It's only because there's a lot of soft men out here.
Yeah.
Because let me tell you something. When women start neglecting and wanting to be around soft shit, that's when it's gonna change. You know what I mean? It's time for grown men to step back in to reiterate what a man is.
Yeah.
And I think that's where the generations have lost somewhere in the last 5-10 years. These generations, they have lost what real man look like. You know what I mean? And we just here to show you what real men look like, sound like, and what they smell like when you walk in the room.
Come on.
It's like it's just a difference with us, and it's like we not doing no soft shit. This for the soft shoe pimp, but this for the real one to know. You know, you listen to this music, you gonna get what you want, and you ain't got to show your wallet because you gonna have the words to say to her.
Exactly. What about you, James? How you feel?
I mean, I gotta second that. I mean, you know, like you said, it's a lot of soft men out here, and it's a lot of women that just accept that. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I think, like, you know, what we doing right now, we just kind of like setting a new blueprint for men and women. You know what I mean? Because a lot of what we talking about is relatability for them. You know what I mean? Especially for the women. Like, look, we ain't coming on no rah-rah. We ain't talking no no BS about I wanna knock her down and this like that. Like we really talking about what is gonna melt their heart.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like it's like that. And I think more people need to do that. Cause I think if we start doing that more, women will start respecting more.
Exactly.
And soften back up.
Yeah,
women.
and soften up.
You know what I mean? But these girls out here wearing the Fonzie t-shirt with the cigarette thing in the arm, bro. They just, and the dude riding in the passenger seat, man. You know what I mean? Like I don't understand what's going on. It's like a reverse role.
I don't know how long my camera just went out. I had to go and fix some stuff in my settings, but yeah, I like what they saying. What you say? How I wanna? No, I don't want to do none of that. Don't want to do none of that.
Role going on right now, and I understand it because we coming from a time that where right now women and their rights and just society itself just treating them better, paying them better. Shoot, a lot of girls around here, they got the Benz, they got the house, and a lot of dudes right now they don't have that. So it's a lot of dudes driving girl cars and in the passenger seats, and I just think that's just making us look real soft because we the ones supposed to be out there getting to the bread. And I think in this new world, since it's so easy and a lot of these women are really making a lot of money, I just think these folks would just say, man, shoot, let me just sign up to be the trad man. I'm good. And I just don't understand that, never lived that, and my father didn't get that to me, and I ain't see that from him, so it can't be like gear to when people see me.
And then on another note, what do y'all think about passport brothers? Because they're saying that basically a lot of brothers are saying, let me get the passport so I can go overseas to get me a woman because I'm...
Man, you better not get the crazy idea to go overseas to go get you some women. Man, get your Mac game up, man.
tired of the American women.
I mean,
how y'all feel?
Choice.
Yeah.
If you got,
You don't get tired of them other women too. They got different games. I'll be watching them shows. I be watching like 90 Day Fiance. Oh, if you seen 90 Day Fiance, hit that like button. That stuff is crazy. If you watch 90 Day Fiance, you will never want to be a passport bro. You will never fall into that stuff if you just watch 90 Day Fiance. And you'll know why. But yeah, there's some player shit right here. There's some real player shit. Hit the like button. There's some player shit.
if you got money, money got you choices.
Yeah.
When you don't got money, you got to take what's in the hood.
What you can get.
So, I would say that. I mean, girls, they choosing.
Yeah.
For a long time, girls didn't want nothing but a ball player, NBA player, basketball player. I want Michael Vick. I want Michael Jordan. I don't want you regular. You know what I mean? But I just think that in the times we living in right now, people ought to think about this. I'd rather be with somebody who understands life and really smart than these folk that live by street rules and street myths, because that's gonna play out. Yeah. Real love gonna last forever.
Come on now.
I agree. I think too, man, people need to be realistic about what they want now. You know what I mean? Like, I see a lot of people with these high expectations, and if they ain't getting it, boy, they heartbroken.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, sometimes you gotta look in that mirror and be like, boy,
you ain't it.
Come on now.
You can't get what Rihanna get, baby. That ain't you.
Yeah. Like, you gotta have some quality to yourself now too.
Yeah.
And another thing with these young folks is like, man, don't expect nothing from nobody you can't do for yourself.
Yeah.
Right.
That's one of the biggest problems I see with this generation. Just like you expect the man to give you so much and you can't even buy it yourself. So if you expected me to buy you bags you can't buy yourself, put you in places, take you on vacation you can't do yourself, then boy, when my money run out, we gone, ain't we?
Come on now.
Tell you, bro, we out the door. Now you use my little wallet up, ain't cared nothing about sharing or saving or nothing.
And these women too used to a dude being a sugar daddy these days. I ain't never knew women love sugar daddy so much. Yeah, I love them sugar daddies though. And them tricks. Tricks are for kids. That's what they say, right?
Nothing. You just hit a button when you burn it up, then you don't want to answer the phone. Now, hey man, that's See, and
Real
now
talk.
you wonder why it's so much trouble out here, because people ain't respecting people just for people. I don't want to be with you because what you got. I want to be with you because you somebody I need to be with.
Exactly. Now, first of all, Gipp, you done walked in here trending in hip hop again. Okay, you know I'm trying to go down the timeline.
Boy,
Big Gipp.
Let me tell you something.
Talk to
Me and him was shooting a video the other day. And he showed me the clip on his phone. Cause I ain't know it came out yet. He showed me the clip, and I'm like, boy, this thing about to go viral.
Gipp, why you have to go in there and piss everybody off talking about Tupac gonna take Beyonce from Jay-Z?
Okay, can I? And I want to say this real. No disrespect to the man Jay-Z. No disrespect to Beyonce. All I want to just explain to everybody that's looking at this podcast right now.
Yes, sir.
Gippy knew what type of guy Pac was.
Did he just say Tupac would have took Jay-Z girl? Oh, he talk spicy. Oh, he a spice master. Okay. He got beef with Jay-Z. He beefing with the Jigga Man. He beefing with the big jig. Okay, I'm trying to see. Yeah. These are polarized, so I got a little reflection on these joints. You feel me? Got me looking like a... I can't say too much.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
At the time when Pac walked the earth, Pac went after every girl, somebody's girl.
Damn.
Jada Pickett,
He took Jada.
Iggy girl, Faith,
He took
Aaliyah,
Faith. Aaliyah. Hold on, if Tupac was messing with Aaliyah was a little bit too young. Aaliyah was a little bit young, wasn't she? Hold on, Gipp. You talking, bro. I pay attention, bro. Aaliyah was a kid. Hold on, bro. You just put Tupac in that mix? Well, R. Kelly and Jay-Z, we already know Jay-Z was messing with her. With young Aaliyah. But ain't nobody bring that up. We trash R. Kelly. Not we, I don't trash R. Kelly. But I mean, as a people, we trash R. Kelly. When Jay-Z was flipping her too. Before Rihanna, before Beyonce. Shit, he groomed Beyonce if you want to keep that shit $1. Woo! He put Tupac in the mix. Okay. I caught that. We ain't gonna skip past that part. I caught that.
that didn't rise and tell you the limousine pulled up in front of my house. The door kicked open, and I seen it. It was Tupac, and Lisa got in the car with Tupac and drove off in the night. Bro, he was that kind of guy.
He was hell.
And all I'm just saying to you is, hey, man, just like you went after the #1 girl in the game, he would have went after her too. That's all I was saying.
I feel that.
And all I'm saying is, bro, he was a phenomenon before the industry understood what he was. He was a rapper that was trained in acting.
Yeah.
So personally, he came with a skill that we didn't even have in the game at that time.
Yeah.
And let's think about this. During the 90s, the music and the television, the music and the TV business did not function together. They were two different entities. And he understood the TV and he understood the music. That's what made him special. And bro, think about this. He is the only rapper that ever got in a tub full of gold, butt naked, and never got called gay. By male or female.
I called him gay. I call that picture fruity as hell. Bro, you really dogging Tupac in my eye right now. It sounds like you trying to hold him up, but you dogging him in my opinion. You dogging him. First he messed with Aaliyah, the kid. And then, yeah, he did get in that goddamn bathtub. And I did call him gay for that. That ain't even what this topic about. I didn't even know we was finna get into Tupac like that. But yeah, I might have a video coming on Tupac soon. Yeah.
They knew that was a man and he was a player. Now, let me give you how he played.
Yeah.
When I walked into that that studio with him, and he first played Hit 'Em Up for me.
Yeah.
He talking about this man wife, right?
Yeah.
Well, Lisa Lift, I sitting on his left, right? With his girlfriend standing in the corner with full mink on. So when I say Pac would have went at your girl, he would have went at your girl if she was the #1 girl in the game.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with you, King. I'm just telling you that this how he rolled.
Yeah.
And that's what kind of dude he was. And think about it. He understood that he was cute, bro. And he didn't need no money to get no girl. He's never made music enticing. I'm about light your wrist and he never talked about buying a girl, nothing. But he had them all.
What the hell do you think it was about Pac? And do you ever think that we'll see another Tupac in our lifetime?
You seeing it now. It's just in another form.
Who?
Drake.
Great.
Drake.
Okay.
Them women love Drake.
They do. They do.
Drake ain't did nothing, and let's
Drake can
talk
take your
about
girl,
and,
too.
and Drake could take your girl. You know what I mean? Drake could take your girl. And another thing is, hey
Any
man,
actor.
have you ever seen and he an actor? And that's all I was saying. He was a triple threat, and the game hadn't seen a triple threat before Pac.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So when you say, hey man, yeah, you the guy, yeah, you getting the money, yeah, but hey bruh, nobody seen that man, nobody ever seen the way he put out doing movies,
Like that.
going to jail, coming back home, still having #1 records. Bro, you been out the whole time, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Rapped about one thing the whole time. This man has a spectrum of different subjects he talked about as an artist, and they was never talking about dealing drugs.
Yeah.
So when you ask me who was the biggest artist, the guy that didn't talk about one thing the whole time, he talked with his heart. This guy talked about street culture. If you wasn't into street culture, you didn't give a damn what he was talking about, because you wasn't into the streets. But Tupac, he was the first rapper to cross over without the industry doing it. He crossed over just because he was Tupac. Bigger difference than everything now is control. Everything now is cause somebody who you with, what you did, how much money you got. Ain't got really nothing to do with the music no more. I'm coming from a time when we were talking about the art was raw. It wasn't about who you were with, how much money you got. We talking about what your songs talking about and what your beats sound like.
Yeah.
Hey man, the man got more jam in his music than anybody you could put him up against.
Yeah.
So, bruh, you only getting mad, or anybody only getting mad because the way I said it. But what I'm saying is facts. And he went after one of the biggest people in New York at the time, Biggie Small. When he played that record, Hit 'Em Up,
Cloud checking though.
he was playing it from fact. Now, 20 years, people been around here lying, talking about he lying, I wasn't never out there. But now you look at a interview from Corrupt the other day, he was like, she was around there, folks. We just didn't want to say nothing. She was around.
My God.
So at the end of the day, the Gipp lie, I just told you the truth. You don't want to hear it. You want to hear a remix. I ain't doing that, bro. This is the South, bro. The South don't got no king. It don't. So when you come out trying to be the king over everybody because of your business, that's cool, but I ain't got to accept it. We ain't got to accept it down here. That ain't what we rapped about. You can be the king of New York. You can't be the king of the LA. So let's just keep this shit funky. Don't get mad because hey man, I'm from the 80s, man. I'm from the 70s, man. I don't do no dick riding. I don't stroke, no scrotum. Money is money. We gonna still all die broke.
Yeah.
So for those that need to be in the presence of another man to make themselves feel this and that, I don't need that, partner. I was raised by a dad. I ain't coming to the music business to find one.
Well, you just woke me out with that last statement, though, Gipp, when you said we all gonna die broke. You just fucked me up with what you just said right there.
Yeah, man. That shit don't matter, man. That shit only for the newspapers and the people that care.
My God. Now, I got to ask you also about that top 50.
And I still don't have no problem. I don't got no problem, man. I think Jay-Z is one of the greatest artists ever touched the mic.
Yeah.
And what he do.
Why you
But
dissing
being a
for
triple threat? No, that wasn't him. He had to get better on stage. Better songs. Better features. Shit, you did something that nobody ever
don't sound no better right now than Rico Reckless, King Yella, Billionaire Black, all them rappers that just diss for clout. But that is what we doing nowadays. So, hey, they got you this interview. So I heard of you, I guess, from what you doing.
Ever seen you hooked up with an R&B star from the South? Okay, put that South and that North together, and now we got a conglomerate. Great for music, everything. But Pop was that by himself, and that's all I'm saying to everybody. If you didn't know him, you can't say. If you didn't live back then, you can't say. If you living there, you can see everything Jay doing, that's cool. But I'm saying, bro, I lived then before them people understood with that, and he had that then without them folk help. So no, bro, no, can't be no number one of all the hip hop, not over this, cause brothers in the South didn't even rap like y'all. So how can we even be on the list? We need to do a north list, a south list, and a west list, period. And on the west, you think you gonna be number one? Over Easy, a Dr. Dre, a Q? You're not. So that's all I was saying, was just saying, bro, like, this shit is opinion. It's great marketing.
Yeah.
I love it. But, hey, man, Gippy been talking like this since I came in the game, and it ain't gonna change.
Okay, when you speak of those lists, first of all, Lil Wayne had a list. Goody Mob was in his top 5. I just talked to D-Rock from the Yin Yang the other day. Goody Mob was in their top 3. But then when I talked to D-Rock, he said something that struck me. He said, I don't even want to do a hip-hop list because they tried to say we wasn't hip-hop. So
that's what I'm saying.
I don't want to hear that.
That's why you can't put us under you. That's why you can't put us in your list. You can't put us under you. We wasn't accepted. We created our own. This our own kingdom. This our own stats. You can't put us on no list with y'all. Think we gonna respect it and accept it. No, nigga, I was here with you. No, I'm glad things worked out for you, but you're not gonna belittle my region just cause it's gonna make other people feel bigger and better. Cause if you look at the southern region, if it weren't for southern region, hey man, hip hop would have been dead. All the stars come out the South. Even the stars on Rock Nation right now from Memphis come out the South. So man, don't you can't do that when you talking to a dude that walked the earth before you was Jay-Z.
Who are your top 5 though, Gipp?
I don't have no top 5. The top 5 are the ones that I learned the most from. Man, you can't do nothing but say Chuck D, Ice-T, KRS-One, Rakim, Groups, Fat Boys, Houdini.
Yeah.
It's like, it ain't no top 5, cause what? I could listen to all 5 of them and got 5, 6 different ways of what hip hop's supposed to sound like. So who the fuck saying who the best? That's for one man to stroke his dick and everybody to look about it. I ain't with that. I ain't with that. This hip hop, everybody number one. Not no one person because you made some money outside. And for those that live by those drug dealer culture and drug dealer ideas and myths, cool. That's your daddy. My father raised me differently. So don't get mad because I don't recognize that. That's it. That's it. All I'm saying is that don't belittle all these men that were walking this shit and knowing that you had to get better as time went on. Like, you didn't just come out here with just fire. You know what I mean? You had to, as time went on, things happened for you. Shit, you moved here, moved there. Great moves. Woo. Great moves for hip hop, man. You showed people how to be a businessman more than an artist. Be an artist, but be a businessman too. God damn it, Jay, I love you for that. But goddamn, man, that don't mean that you can just shun. I ain't never seen nobody like Drake stay hot for 10 years. Did he do that? He didn't do that. There's plenty of time people were hotter than Jay-Z. Hey man, 50 Cent been the biggest thing come out of New York. And the only person that I can say that's young that pop was Pop Smoke, and he ain't stay here long. So, but if I look at the Billboard, NBA Youngboy, the biggest selling hip hop artist, bigger than Drake, bigger than Future. And then, hey man, you gonna just act like Future ain't did what Future did?
Come on.
Like, no, man, that's for older dudes around here trying to make it and they trying to reposition New York in the game. But hey, man, the South, all the stars coming out the South, baby, fresh.
Answer me this though, Gipp, because this is the other issue that I've been having in the situation I've been up in different conversations as well. I feel like hip hop is going into a real dark area and it's becoming a grown man game again. I don't know if the young folks are going to be able to pick it up like they need to. And right now, if it wasn't for you raising hell and other OGs raising hell, would anybody even be paying attention to hip hop right now? That's all I've been trying to say. How do you feel about it?
I just feel like, man, you can't stop what is.
Yeah.
You gassing them up because I have not heard of these niggas. But I guess this Goody Mob right here.
It's just like one day Jordan had to get off the court, man. It's gonna come everybody today. But at the same time, too, the music industry needs older artists right now, because right now where they said it at, this drill shit, they dying. All the kids dying. And the whole generation killed off because of the music. So if I look at it and go back in as me as a child looking at hip hop and seeing Grandmaster Flash, them doing their thing on TV, it's like those were grown men.
Yeah.
And it's time that grown men get back here and redirect the culture, because at the end of the day, the other people that don't look like us, we just money to them. And they gonna feed our community the worst, never the best.
When Takeoff passed, how did that impact you seeing that, and then coming from a legendary group yourself and having all of the members still here and thriving? How did that make you feel to see the Migos lose Takeoff, man?
I mean, it's what I always want the youngsters to understand, man. Fix it. Because sometimes, some situations you can't. And this is one of them situations, you can't fix it. And I know that the ones that's left, it's just bitter feelings of, damn, we should have fixed this shit because we could have, you know what I mean? So, I just look at all groups like that, man, like, fix the problem, bro, because you gotta think about it. Groups are so special in this time.
Yeah.
If you can get it off and people can accept you, hey, man, you have really, really beat the odds. So, hey, man, think about how special your situation is, and I swear, man, save it before you can't save it. Because once you can't save it, hey, bro, now you're going to get treated like every other artist that you thought, oh, man, they fell off. You got to go through them times. So you got to reevaluate, reinvent, and if you even want to stay in this game after something like that happens. So, I just know that you can't fix death. You know what I mean? Life and death, you got the first day you here and the last day you here. Yeah. Everything in between is on you.
How do you go about fixing it though, Gipp? Because that's easier said than done when you bring in the money, the girls, and the egos, man. How do you get people to sit down and humble themselves to come to a door and say, hey, man, let's work this out as men?
It takes a lot of maturity on both sides. But just like with James, I feel like us going and doing this type of music, we starting the parade in that direction. The parade in that direction is, first of all, fix our relationship with our women.
Yeah.
I mean, fix our relationship with our women. The second part of it is fixing our relationship with the younger folks. And that's just in listening to them, understanding how you can help them. But it's about, if you out here acting like the kids that you say younger than you, and how you expect them to follow you. You got to do something they not doing. And I feel like this record and this Gipp and Worthy album is like, I'm showing them how to be a grown man in this music shit.
Yeah.
And I'm showing them that it can be another direction, but you got to want to go this way. You know what I mean? And because you ain't going to be able to talk tough forever, man. All y'all out here making you good and the good money off the hill, sooner or later, man, you ain't going to even want to be in the environment, because you ain't not gonna feel safe. So we just showing you where you can go after you got that you don't want to stay in the same place.
I mean, you see what NBA young boys even stepping back from it, and we need to just go ahead and stop the violence and get back together and work these things out, man.
Yeah, it's to like that, because I mean, one thing that the young people seeing now, it don't matter what kind of money you got, some things just can't be replaced.
Yeah.
And when you ignore good things that's in your life, you could be worth all the money in the world, but still be sad that you didn't take time for that one situation.
Exactly.
So that's all. Just reminding people how short and how fast and how special life really is.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of something that can't be replaced, man, Gangsta Boo. We lost her at the beginning of the year.
Rest in peace.
You see what I'm saying?
R.I.P.
How did that impact both of y'all, man? Because, I mean, I'm pretty sure I know I was a 3-6 fan and a Gangsta Boo fan, and
Absolutely.
I mean, it took me back so far that it was like, damn, Boo!
It
How did
caught
it
me
hit
by
you?
surprise.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, like you said, I'm a big 3-6 fan.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm a big Gangsta Boo fan. You know, everybody got their time. You know what I mean? But, you know, like anybody, people go through some real shit, man. And you know, I know she was going through some stuff too.
Yeah.
But you know, I always tell people, man, like, you know, especially in this game, like you gotta check on your people. You gotta make sure that they mental health is right, and make sure that, you know, even a physical health is right. You know what I mean? Because, you know, outside looking in, people might have a perspective of you, but they don't really know what's going on in that backside. You know what I mean? So, I mean, rest in peace, Gangsta, man. Like, you know.
So
Yeah.
How did it hit you, Gipp?
It hit me too real, cause you know, Gangsta Boo used to be at me and Joy's spot all the time. You know, she used to stay with us down there, help raise Keepy, and you know, we went on our first tours with 666 Mafia in the West Coast.
Yeah.
And had great tours in the South with them and 8 Ball and MJG. So Boo's really part of our family. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, it's just like, man, you just be like, man. And what people don't know is that we were gearing up to do a Goody Mob and 666 Mafia tour for the South. So that was kind of like, shit was kind of crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like for us. So it's like, man, we just trying to you know, I'm just waiting for Paul and Juicy to really, you know, doing their own thing right now. And I'm sure that, you know, what they decide to do is they gonna figure it out for Boo, and she gonna live forever, man. She always be the queen of Memphis.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. On a lighter note, and it was kind of funny, but I don't know if you seen it or not, but Willie D and Scarface, they got into it over the Grammys.
Yeah, I seen that one.
What did y'all think about that? Because Willie D was raising hell saying, Scarface, you can't be performing My Mind's Playing Tricks on Me without me at the 50th anniversary at the Grammys of hip hop.
You know what?
James had to take him out for this.
Look, I'm glad Willie did that.
Yeah.
Because, you know, sometimes some real shit got to be said.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if you moving funny, you moving funny. You know what I mean? Like, that was a moment for the Ghetto Boys.
Yeah.
It wasn't a Scarface moment. It was a Ghetto Boys moment. So if I was in a group and we had a record like that was going on the Grammys, and we had an opportunity to shine Ghetto Boys, I would want to be a part of that.
Right.
Whether if I ain't get the call or not, if you got the call, you call me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's how I took it. Because at the end of the day, we both are a part of a legacy and a brand. So by any means necessary, we got to protect that brand. And if that brand is attached to the Grammy performance for the 50th anniversary of hip hop, everybody need to be involved.
Yeah.
What was your thoughts, Gipp?
I love both of them, man. You know,
And I love both of them.
Yeah,
Scarface got into it with Willie D, the Ghetto Boys. Quavo got into it with Offset. What's going on at the Grammys? What kind of energy the Grammys holding? See, that wasn't even big. I ain't hear about the Ghetto Boys getting into it.
No face, no. He been joking on me since I met him my whole career, man. Give me what you got on, Gippy. You know? And Willie always been, you know, he just always, man, ain't nobody said no harder line. I kick your ass through the goalpost of hell. Ain't nobody. That's Willie D, man. You can't. It's like some of them lines he says. It's just like he just always be in my mind, in my top 5, man. So for me personally, I just love that they was able to sit down like grown men and speak on it. Willie was able to say, hey man, you know, I ain't really like that, cuz.
Yeah.
And you like, shit, you know, it wasn't my thing. Them folk got there asked me to do it. You know what I mean? I just did what I did. But at the same time, I know Willie thinking like, man, that's them people, man. That's them people. They like who they like and they want to fuck with who they like. But that was a situation that could have just said, hey, check this out. We ain't doing it unless we get Willie here. Because Bushwick ain't here in real life. So I need Willie here to make this right for our group. So that's all. You know, I understood both sides. But at the same time, I know and Face know too, man, they put you in them situations.
Yeah,
they put you in them situations to make you have to go for self. And we ain't got time for that. We just got, we just
they
go
make
do
you
your
choose
verse.
sides.
You know what I mean? It's all, they make you choose sides. And sometimes you being put into that position, you know, you could walk away and not do it, but you know, staying in it still helps the group in the long run because people got to see and hear from the Ghetto Boys and a member of Ghetto Boys at the Grammy. So that's the part.
Also, what I loved about it was that they also show how grown-ass men sit down and agree to disagree at the same time. So it's like, okay, this is how you do it, fellas.
Yes, that was
okay. This is how we do it. Now, for you, Gipp, being in all these groups, how many times have y'all had to have come to Jesus meetings?
Boy.
That shit still going on. Hey, it's just going on. It's just it's been going on for a long time, bro. But it's been a song and dance, but it's been a great one because, you know, sometimes, you know, being that artist and it's all on you and you having to make a choice for yourself. Sometimes in groups, it really does put people in situations emotionally and physically, you know, because, you know, like it's like people just want one person and not everybody else, or some people have enough stuff up on their own to have weight in certain situations. So, you know, it's a real task, but you know, just like how they had to sit down and speak on it, that's the same way. Because it's been times, you know, animals will be like, yo, dude, like I got a tour over here, I got a tour, I got to go do this. I can't help it, Gibby, you know what I mean? And at the same time, you know, on both sides of the coin, you like, hey, bro, like, you gotta go get the money, man. That's just, to me, that's just making everybody else work harder. Work harder. If you want what he got, or you want the kind of attention 3,000 get, or Big get, you gotta work like they work. And you gotta get the records like they got, because it's only the records that's gonna change that situation. You know what I mean? Like, if people ain't had 5, 6 big records and you ain't had one, everybody gonna want to talk to that man. Makes sense for the promoter, makes sense for the audience. You know what I mean? You got to take your feelings out of it and be like, okay, cool, I can't be mad at that man. Maybe I need to be working while he's sleeping.
Come on now.
And then maybe I can catch my record and then, hey man, they gonna call me directly and not just him.
Exactly.
That's all. You just got to build your weight up, baby. You know what I mean? Get your weight up, because this man, to me, he just made me realize that I could write certain records that I didn't even really feel like. Because, you know, when it goes to the slow things, I can go Beautiful Skin. You know, I did that, but I was also doing that in the mind that I was married. And I'm talking to my wife. You know what I mean? So now this is the first time I got a whole project where I get to talk to all the girls. I'm like, shit. I'm here. so it was kind of like, this is the part that James put on me that I was just like, oh man, it kind of feel good. Oh, this work feel like, oh, okay, Drake over there hollering in, he's
like this.
You rapping at him all day trying to the toughest and who sold this, and he over here like, boy, I'm popping to these girls.
Come on now.
You know what I mean, man? Y'all doing too much. And I'm still making twice y'all money.
Come on,
so,
man.
you know, this is what this man teaching me, like, hey, man, Gil, we going that away. And I mean, for us right now, it's gonna be great, man. It's gonna. I can't wait till we take it to the stage. You know what I mean? Because it's really gonna be dynamic to see me and him on stage together and being able to pull these records off live. I think it's just gonna be a great experience for people. And we trying to go to the road as fast as possible, because for us it's like, man, we gonna get up here and hit them with the EP and walk off.
Come on.
You know what I mean? And great songs, you can do that. And in turn, it's just gonna build up for the next project, which we'll probably do a full album by the summertime. So,
and you know what, too?
Get in here.
This whole thing was so unexpected. Like nobody really thought we was gonna do a project. Like, you know, probably a couple singles here and there, but a full project, nobody saw it coming.
Now, answer me this though, James. Are you gonna be able to keep up with this man on stage? Because see, I done seen you on stage doing the hip hop, and I got reason to believe this man might turn into Bobby Brown on your ass with the goddamn R&B. So I don't know.
But you know what, man? Like, with this, like, I feel like the stage show is gonna be a mixture of high energy and just like mid tempo energy, high energy. Like, it's gonna be a mixture of stuff because. Depending on how we do the set list, like it's almost gonna be like a wave. Like we're gonna probably start a little slow, a little mid, and then we go high, go back down, then hit them with the banger, with energy at the end. You know what I mean? But I think plus two, we gotta factor in like we already had other records too. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be a mixture of stuff going on to people when they see it live and really like get the experience. I think they're gonna understand where we going with it. Exactly. You know what I mean? To lead into the next project.
I can dig that.
That man got a hit record right now in Amsterdam. He about to leave and go and shoot a new video.
we going crazy.
Yeah, like you know, this is to me, me and James, we like the black version of Nas Barkley.
All right now,
cause him being that his strength and power is all overseas is very much. He's huge overseas, and then me being that I'm from here, and then us joining together. But it's just. This is just on some straight black shit though. This ain't on no pop or crossover kind of music. This is on some straight, we talking to women. Yeah. So to me, I'm looking at us like, and yeah, I'll be sure and goddamn Christopher Weeds in the group.
And it feel good though. It feel good. You know what I mean? Cause to be honest with you, like I fell out of love with music for a while.
What?
I really did.
Then how did you get that love back though, James?
Because I'm a creative.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, so creatives never stop. We just gotta find inspiration from different places to really like spark it up again, but we never lose it.
Yeah.
And it was just a time where I'm like, man, it's so much bullshit going on right now that I just didn't really feel motivated musically at a point in time to be like, man, I really want to get back and go crazy how I was.
Yeah.
But once I got that mo back, it just wasn't no stopping. So, when him connected, it was just like, okay, like, I was already doing things, but when we connected, I'm like, okay, yeah, now we got to take it to another level.
That's
you know what I mean? Because, I respect those that respect me. You know what I mean? I give loyalty and everything to those who do the same for me. You know what I mean? So I felt like, man, let's keep this train moving.
Yes, sir. Now, I was watching Ray Daniels' podcast. He had Tump on there, and they were talking about LaFace, how that was the heaven for artists back in the day. That's what everybody was trying to get to. By you being a LaFace artist yourself, Gipp, what was that experience like for you, man? Was it what everybody from the outside was feeling like it was?
Truly, because of what the time period it was. It was like LA them first being here, Bobby Brown, Whitney still in the city, Tony Braxton around here, TLC around here. Like the town was just crazy. You had Andre Rison and Deion Sanders on the Falcons. It was like the town was just in another place during that time. It was like so, and all the music. You couldn't deny the music. And, for us, we always felt special because we knew that we was two rap groups, Outkast and Goody Mob, signed on an R&B label.
Yeah.
And everybody around us was signed on rap labels. So it made us take a little more time with our lyrics and a little more time with our music and presentation just because our competition were actually R&B singers and R&B groups.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it made us take a little more time in how we presented ourselves and how we just presented the package overall. So, we always had to make sure like the slumptionary and everything like that. Man, we couldn't sing, but we also could bring our culture and what we was into more into the album and more into the packaging. So I just think it just made us just present ourselves at our best. during those times.
What kind of game were y'all getting from Babyface in LA at that time too, man?
Well, we really never got a lot of game from Babyface because as we see, man, OG still on the stage, still walking the red carpet.
Yeah.
He still very much wanted to be an artist. So,
Yeah.
you know, during that hot period, he then went back to LA and started messing with the movie Souls Food and all that.
Yeah.
And LA really was like the guy that was in the trenches with the artists and really like, yo, what y'all doing? What y'all listening to? Let me hear music. I like this. I don't like that. You know what I mean? So with LA always being there and being able to go to LA house and organize noise, mixing records and everything at his house and going from there to the new house to the new publishing, you just watched Atlanta just grow into so many different, you know, departments where it was just about record companies and labels. Now we're talking about movie production and talking about publishing companies. You actually got to see the growth of where you could go, and just from being a regular record company, now he got publishing companies. So it's like, and first one to sign Beyonce, give her real money, and a lot of people around here, Shakespeare and Sean the Penn. It's like you really got to see him, you know, go from this situation to that situation. But the greatest thing I can say about L.A. Reid is that L.A. Reid took his artists. L.A. Reid probably made more millionaires in the city of Atlanta than any other exec. And you got to take your hat off to somebody that really came here and got in the trenches with this city, turn regular kids into worldwide stars. He did that.
Come on now. Now lately, a lot of people have been selling their catalogs. Gipp, what are your thoughts about that when people are going ahead and say, what, I'm just going ahead and give up this catalog and run off with these millions and live my life?
I mean, I'm with James, and James like, man, I ain't really doing that.
Yeah.
And I said, man, we ain't really doing it either. Like for me personally, I mean, one thing, shout out to Isaac Hayes, man. He really being an educator on that Instagram, letting people know that this subscription thing going up, the more people that subscribe, it's going to double the money if you hold on to it for the right time. And maybe right now, not the right time. You know, some people sold out for the 30s and 40 millions. That's cool, you know what I mean? But, you know, like Justin Bieber sold his for 500 million. So for me personally, I'm like, hey man, maybe you need to get some bigger songs before you do that. Cause it seems like, you know, the 20s, 30s, and 40s seem like small change compared to everybody else now.
I gotta ask this though, did he get the 500 because he was Justin Bieber?
Hey man, with coach
fit the complexion for the affection.
I mean, but that might be. I mean, that's just like everything else, you know what I mean? You know that's what that's gonna be. But you know, when coach them get 300,000, 300 million, I'm like, hey man, that's close enough for me. You know, we in the country. You know that 300 gonna it's gonna stretch like that 500 for real.
Come on now.
So I mean, I don't know. You know, when you able to watch even just coach them do what they did, Migos, Lil Baby, the City Girls, and then be able to do the, you know, a lot of people gonna have qualms about, you know, we always building stuff up to sell it. Everybody sell it, baby. It's
business.
It's like don't nobody own they sell. Somebody might own the NFL and the NBA and you don't know it. But it say NBA, NFL. So I'm like, business is business. And at the end of the day, the number one rule of business is build it up to sell it.
Come on now.
You know, keep a little bit on the end, you know, but at the end of the day, you build something up to sell it so it gives you funds to go and do something else. So that's the object and the really buying a business, you know. And then some people take it like, I'm building it up so I can walk away forever. Yep. And I can go live on 20 acres, chill out, go to the grocery store every day and drive a pickup truck and put on overall. I ain't gonna never go broke. And I'm cool, and I'm happy with life, and I don't need to be in the entertainment world to feel like I'm living. You know, that's the.
See, what I need to understand about selling your catalog, I say 50 Cent come to me with his catalog, and I copy from him for $1 million. So that mean that boom, they go that $1 million, you get that. But you get no more streaming rights ever for life. And I get all the streaming rights for all this music. If that's the case, then since Future sold his song rights for $75 million,
then that means that when we stream Future music, he's not getting paid a cent from it. Dude that paid off that 75 mil is recovering his money by us streaming his music.
The difference with some people. Some people feel like they got to be in these folk people, these folk faces. They got to be in these places. They got to be at these parties. And I'm one of them artists that, no, you don't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? No, you don't. Because once you go past 55, now, really, once you past 45, man, I'm not playing no high school games, no way. So a lot of this shit be high school shit to me. So, you know, if you really feel like you got to be in the presence of another man to make you feel better about yourself, then you need to do a lot of self-evaluation.
You know what, you just hit one of my questions I was going to ask you, though, Gipp. Once you pass that 45, a lot of these artists don't get a chance to pass 45. What were the revelations that you had as you turned 45 that changed the trajectory of your life going forward after that point, and the revelations on looking back on them last 45 years that you saw a little bit more clear about that 2020?
Just the world don't stop. Me meeting James is another proven fact of that. Like, a person can come in your life and change your whole view of things. You know, some people might be like, man, it's time to go and put the pen down, go and chill on out. Well, check this out, man. It ain't. If you can make a song right that makes somebody sing and dance and feel good, that means you have been sent here to do a specific thing. So once you understand that, do that. You know, it don't got nothing to do with the opinions of others. I did more than most people can say they did in their career. I had 2 or 3 careers in my time. So with that being said, I just think I embarked upon another career at being an R&B singer. So for me, I'm like, hey man, this shit fun, it feel good. We about to go out here and do it. And as I think about all the heroes that came before me, hey man, the OJs were not children. The Temptations were not children. You know what I mean? Everything that we looked at in our community as being great were never children. Those were grown men. And I feel like that's where our industry has been lacking for a long time, because, you know, a lot of these people want to use our kids because they know that they're not educated. So, and the industry right now is putting out this message like, oh, the artists need to get out of the way. But that's only because y'all can just rape and just fuck over these young folk. But the more of us that's in this shit, the more we can help these young folks retain what's valuable about them and learn how to live just on what they get out of it. It's like, if you save your money and invest your money right, you should be all right.
Yes, sir.
But if you live by their rules, man, they gonna make you spend it all, and you're gonna wind up with a hollow shell with no heart.
Come on now. James, I ain't get a chance to ask you too about selling or keeping.
Man, you know, I ain't never been a big advocate of selling, you know, your personal property, you know, because I look at your catalog as your personal property. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, I would never really do that, because I always, you know, I've always looked at the industry as it's forever changing, right? Mm-hmm. And it's gonna come a time to where, like, it's gonna be more valuable than ever, right? So I wouldn't even think about selling nothing right now. It's really all about making your catalog as big as it could possibly be, because the more quantity and the more equity you put into your catalog, why would I sell it right now? I think people just get scared that they don't have what's in front of them right now, to where, like, they feel like that's their only option. Yeah. And with me, like, I'm like, look, I'm gonna make options. I'm gonna make opportunities.
Come on.
And that ain't the option right now.
Right.
In latest news in the L, Young Thug is bringing out the big guns with Leo Cohen and Kevin Liles to hit the witness stand. Mm-hmm. Do you think they're going to be able to help the situation?
I don't know, because I really don't know. I just don't know if 2 people from out of town going to have something to do with folks that stay here in Atlanta. Like, if you ain't stay in these communities, these folks say they raised hell in and they don't give a fuck what you talking about. You just standing up there talking. Mm-hmm. If you don't really know what's been going on in these streets, then you just up here just trying to protect investment. That's it.
Yeah, I feel the same.
But at the end of the day, you really care? I don't know. Because if you really care, you would have got in the middle of it and told them, chill out. You're going to get yourself locked up. Or if you ain't going to do that, I'm going to stop funding you. So it's like, I don't know. You know, some of these people be using this shit 1 minute, it's fine. They endorsing that shit. Now we in trouble. The money for them now, oh, damn, I need to come down there and try and get these folk the please don't send him off speech. But it's almost like, yeah, but where was you at 5 months ago, 6 months ago, a year ago when you knew what was going on? If you didn't know, you should have known. So I just look at it like this, man. People can come from wherever, but that don't mean the Georgia law gonna listen to you. You just talking, because you don't know what they holding. You know, don't know who telling. So really, you know, you could be a real good witness, or you could just be a witness that they looking at like you trying to protect your investment.
What do you think about the new things that's going on right now with the truth tellers, as they're saying on the internet now? They used to call them snitches, now they calling them truth tellers. I mean, how do you feel?
Or the whistleblowers.
Or the whistleblowers.
I'm just telling the truth.
How do you feel about that right in hip hop and just in our community? Because they're saying that now it's the end thing to do.
It's been anything. I've been telling folk that for years. You've been able to go down there on Thursday afternoon down to the Fed office and get $5,000. You can get $5,000 for information. See that's it's known. You know, it's just more popular now. And at the same time, these kids just not built like us. They not built like that. They didn't come from, you know, you if you play this game, this the rules. No, they play Grand Theft Auto, and it's always a way to get out what you in. And sometimes telling is just an option. And when the prosecutor's going down to your cell and telling you, if you tell me what I want you to do, I get you out free. The game unfair now. The strongest person gonna want to get out. So in turn, we're gonna suffer for this for a short period of time. Find the right hit record. Explain it. They'll forget it, because think about it. What they do in the hip hop, they did to the Mafia. Now the Mafia, that's supposed to be all killers. Didn't they all tell?
That's crazy. This is the United States of amnesia. Gonna drop that right soon. He back in the eyes. In a few years, people just gonna be like, shit, yeah, he did that, and Young Thug gonna be gone like a motherfucker riding. Oh man, Young Thug finna be gone, riding in prison. Gunna finna be out here living it up. Unless the streets take control. But man, that's just ugly to think about. Cause Young Thug put Gunna on.
So that lets you know, man, once the law got even the strongest and the hardest in a certain position, hey man, you want to see your family again, you'll tell what you know. And some people gonna take that option. Cause once you get behind them walls, man, you know, all the myths and all the shit people talk about, you know, take a lot to get out of there and get represented. You don't got no money, you going to the chain gang. You know? Now third, I say just take the best options for yourself. You know what I mean? Because at this point, everybody already gonna take the best options for themselves. So, you know, the game over. You know, it's about preserving what life you got left in freedom.
As an OG though, Gipp, I know you saw a lot of your partners go down the road back in the day. Yeah. What is it like to start to see them finally coming home?
They wish they would have started. They wish they would have did it. They wish they would have been smarter. See, I did a lot, bro. I did a whole bunch of shit, man. I've been involved with a lot of shit, but Gippy always, for some reason, knew when to walk away. And I wasn't tripping about walking away. And I think that the lifestyle, the money, the girls might be, it's so many things that keep you involved with it. But, you know, you just got to have that personal conversation with yourself now. Are you ready to go sit in the dick factory for 25 years? Nah, I don't want to go do that. So I'm going to walk away from this little paper. I'm going to go broke for a little while.
That's where Young Thug finna be at.
And I'm going to come back. But understand, that's what it is. It's the dick factory for the fools. and hey man, if you put yourself in a certain situation, you know, they look at you. I'm looking at niggas in jail right now. They making jail look like they at summer camp. Niggas cooking hair quarter.
Grilling hibachi.
You know what I mean? Hibachi, quarter chick, man. Nigga, you know, got a salad up in the cell. I'm like, man, like.
Niggas got everything in certain prisons. Niggas got everything. I'm hungry. I don't listen to this nigga talking about some damn food, though.
Y'all make prison look like it's fun, bro. And don't y'all think this shit is about design? Like, they giving you the y'all in that dance going on, everything doing that. Hey, y'all like, man, like when did jail get so fun? Like, so for me personally, I'm thinking like, but y'all tripping, bro. Y'all.
It's fun until you land down in that cell by yourself. You gotta make that shit fun. Jail is not no fucking fun at all. Till you land down by your motherfucking self, you're gonna be like, man, I wanna be at the fucking crib. Head.
Y'all tripping. This is how dumb and dumbfounded we are at this point, because we have taken the worst of the worst and figured out some kind of way to celebrate it. Yeah. And that's sad.
Very.
When you look at just the history of hip hop, your Tupacs and your Pimp C's, man, how do you think hip hop would be different right now if both of them were still alive and around?
Add Biggie too. Biggie was special. But Biggie knew how to. He already knew that other regions were gonna come up. He already knew how to respect them and put them in songs to let them know that he was listening to their music. So he was definitely ahead of his time. I just think that a lot of this posturing is going on with a lot of these artists out here, you know, that I know for years did not get along, did not big up nobody. You can just see all the motherfuckers that's paid for. I just know Tupac and I know Pimp C would call y'all out by names. Y'all really look like some hoes right now. You know what I mean? Y'all look like some hoes. I just want to tell y'all. You know what I mean? So, hey, man, it's cool. Man, money is some people's God, man. They'll do anything for it, and anything they got to do for it, they gonna do it. But, hey, man, some people just don't live by them rules, man. You know? I don't live by them rules. I don't care nothing about no money, man. So if that's what you lead by and that's what you preach, then, man, I'm not your disciple, and I'm not in your goddamn congregation. I'm outside. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? I'm just not with that, you know? Because I know that the higher-ups in New York, that's all they preach. That's what they wanted to break us with. They wanted to take the love of people and community out of hip-hop and put money in it. And what has it done? Poisoned us all. And now we got girls rapping like dudes. We got songs about fuck you, fuck me, and this supposed to be a song? Like, what the fuck it is? But I'm like, look how it's going. It's about anything that got to do with some money is where you want to be. And it's like, man, that's kind of like, you know, when we came in, the money wasn't even what we were looking for. We were looking for respect and trying to be amongst the greats. And I just think, you know, the funny faces and jumped in here and really poisoned the game, where it's just made everybody, you know, just money hungry driven, and that's all we talking about. And that's the reason why the music ain't selling, because everybody talking about the same shit. And why? Because these people in these buildings telling them what to rap about. When in my time, they didn't have nothing to say. They just give us the money and we do what we do. And that's just the difference.
But see, I have to say this to you though, Gipp. I have to thank you
That's the music
for still being a voice.
saying that these labels is telling our rappers what to rap about. He needs to say that again. This music industry is telling our rappers what to rap about. They're not rapping their own minds. I just wanted to make sure everybody heard that part.
You know, cell therapy was a voice for me when I was a young man. Like I tell folks when I week, that album saved my goddamn life, my favorite album all goddamn time. Okay? You put me on the island by my goddamn self, and they say you can only bring one record with you. I'm bringing soul food with me. Okay? The artistry that y'all brought to the game, I mean, it'll live forever. You see what I'm saying? what do you think happened to the artistry in the game, and why we need the Andres, we need the big boys, we need everybody, we need the CeeLos, we need everybody to be out here on this front line, especially at a time like this right now because it's wide open for them.
Right.
Why the hell do you think we can get everybody back out here on this front line at the same damn time?
Ego.
Yeah.
Ain't no unity.
Yeah, ego plays a big part of a lot of this shit, bro. Like ego, and then these people ostracizing people from their crews. You know, these people don't even be around while you coming up, man. And all of a sudden they come in the room, they pick one dude, and you the great. Well, you the best. Everybody else ain't shit. Yeah. It's always this one that don't nobody know, don't even look like us, but telling them motherfucker he the greatest, and he sucked that shit up, and then it just turns, it makes a lot of things wrong because, you know, them people are great, and the ones y'all pick are the ones. But understand, bro, a lot of times it be the people around them that they taking a little bit from. They just getting recognized for other people's talent. And because you might be the one that they like. But think about it, you take them people away from around there and they ain't the same talent. You like, well shit, where all the flash shit? Oh, it ain't nobody to steal from, huh? Or borrow from, huh? So, you know, I'm just saying, you know, some people love that pull my dick culture and love that I'm the man. It's like, some people like, man, fuck all that. Go to jail. I bet you ain't the man. Go to jail. Go to jail. I bet you ain't the man like you say you is. I bet you a little boy Pete. Little boy Pete. Because if you sold the drugs or did everything you said you were going to do, you would be in there with them folks. So some just tell me it was a lot of fabricating and a lot of goddamn artistry came along with your gig, got great review, you know, great breaks. A lot of these kids ain't got great breaks, but I'm saying at the end of the time, you got to look at us. We wasn't even playing with the same tools y'all playing with. You know what I mean? Like, y'all got so many ways to get y'all, so many ways to get heard, so many ways to get seen. Bro, it was only one Arnell star. Once you do Arnell star, then you're going to move over to Big On.
Come on.
Then you're going to get down, then LaFace going to send you to Teen Summit in D.C. You had to go through the steps.
And Greg Street.
You know what I mean? So with that being said, it's like we didn't have all the outlets you have now. So artists come out now, he getting seen all over the world on everybody's phone. Nah, bro, you had to wait to BET come on every day just to see us. So, you know, it was a time. It was your fame rose a little bit. It wasn't just boom, you know, NBA Youngboy all over the world. You just didn't have that effect and didn't have that kind of platform. So I'm just looking at everybody that's doing it right now, man. Respect the game, respect the culture, and it's time to put some good in it, because we've been dumping a lot of bad in it for a good little minute. We expect these kids to look up to this dope boy shit and then expect them not to be better. How you gonna expect them to be better when all you doing is putting that kind of culture and saying you gotta be a part of that culture to be cool? So, you know, it's like, you know, we gotta really, as grown men, gotta really accept what we have done and what the culture has done for us, but at the same time accept the fact that, hey, we gotta do better and we gotta try and correct what we know we help the kids go wrong.
I'm on Instagram and I'm seeing the scene from Soul Food, No More Fishing for Your Fish, where the man rolls his hand across the counter and buys what he needs to buy.
I should have motherfucking copyrighted that. I should have copyrighted that. I should have copyrighted that, bro.
Come on.
That was my idea.
My God.
You know what I mean? So to watch it turn into something that's actually a part of society right now is amazing. And it's like, damn, if I could do that just out of innocence, me thinking about what I want to do, I get there again.
My God.
You know, and that's this. That's giving worthy, man. That's me starting over as an artist and me accepting myself as being more than just Goody Mob, more than just Gipp. Now, you know, I'm a grown man speaking from a grown man's perspective. So it's like, hey, man, maybe this it. You know what I mean? I'm supposed to ride this thing on out as an R&B singer and get on out y'all face. So that
I'm with you, man.
I'm cool with that. You know what I mean? I'm cool. You know what I mean? I'm good. And I'm totally fine with that. And just to let y'all know, man, Goody Mob, man, shows coming in. We already got shows booked for 2024.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm fine. So for all y'all fools out there that want, oh, he mad, he bitter, he fell off. Ain't nobody fell off, baby. I'm good. I'm tripping. I'm good. It's just that I don't accept what motherfuckers serve all the time, and I'm gonna speak on it and speak against it. You know, like you ain't gonna. Since I helped and one of the ones that fought this fight for the South, they never gonna get me to bow my head to nothing that ain't from the South. It's just if you wasn't in them shoes, if you wasn't us, then you can't expect us to bow our head, man. You better go to them young folks and show them all that, man. And coming to me, I'm gonna be like, what's up? Because we didn't rap about what y'all rapping about, so we ain't even on your list.
Come on.
Real talk.
For both of y'all though, man, on a lighter note,
Yay.
LeBron just broke Kareem's record.
Yay.
Seen that.
Jordan or
All right, y'all. All right, family. Stayed in this thing, but boy, I'm finna put something in this belly, Ellie. Hope y'all have a good night. Y'all do have a good night. Y'all better have a good night. If you don't have no good night, y'all gonna see me. You feel me? And I'm gonna have to make it a good night. You feel me? Just like that. Hey, it's your boy Kilo Insane, man. Till next time. Hold on. Before I leave up out of here, let me get my final review. These brothers here, I like what they talking about. Sound like they preach some solid material. And most likely I will be checking out their work. They say they got some new work and they hyping it up. And I'm listening to what they talking about. Might do a review, might not. But I will be on here tomorrow. So just stay tuned. Hit that like button, subscribe, notification bell. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Did he drop some jewels? What did y'all like that he said? Drop that down in the comments. Until next time, it's your boy. I'm out. Peace. Yeah.